For me, a peaceful life looks like something that I am content with, something that I enjoy waking up to every day. I feel inspired. I feel like I can just be myself and allow myself to live how I want to live and not be dictated and feel like I'm anxious or angry or ashamed or any of these negative feelings that I used to carry around with me all the time. They are feelings of joy, feelings of motivation and inspiration and things, reasons to get up there for the day. Oftentimes, when I was a drinker, I just dreaded waking up in the morning. You wake up, you feel nauseated, or you have a headache, or you just, you're fearful of what the day's going to bring. If you have work, you have work, and if you don't like your job, it's a struggle to get there. If you're at home, or you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, or you're home half the time and you have chores to do on those days, or take care of kids and dogs and pets and other things, those things can be frustrating if you let them be. So in my last video, I talked about how I achieved peace and when did peace arrive in my life. But I didn't talk about what peace actually meant to me, what a peaceful life means to me. And so those are just a couple of things, a few things that a peaceful life means to me. It means not being stuck in turmoil, like a mental prison every day. There are people that maybe may grow up in a more stable environment with role models that they can rely on and count on to know what's right and what's wrong and to admit when they're not doing right. And I didn't feel like I necessarily had that, but I do feel like I knew right from wrong myself. So as I got older and I was able to see that some of my poor choices were leading me to make more poor choices, I started to realize that there's at some point I have to take accountability of my own life. And I'm the only one that can make the life that I want. And so I don't know that necessarily everyone has that. I do feel like a lot of people grow up with homes that aren't exactly stable or role models that aren't exactly reliable. I did feel as I was growing up, I used to use the word, my own word, I would call it structure. I didn't feel like I had the structure that it took to gain the type of peaceful life that I was looking to attain. I looked around at friends of mine and I saw some had the structure, some didn't. Some were able to get through it without having the structure, but they were able to thrive in their own life by having their own structure. And some earlier in life, some later in life. Me in particular, I noticed that, it really, for me, it took quitting drinking to start to attain the type of peaceful life that I wanted to live. Because in my drinking days, I just was fearful all the time. I was anxious, angry, and those things held me back from having peace in my life. And so when I started questioning my drinking, that is really when things started to change for me. I felt like a lot of time opened up in my sobriety. A lot of time that I spent drinking, I found that I was able to have enough time to spend on other things like reading or hiking or spending quality time with people that I care about or any number of things. Those are just the top three. And those kinds of things, I started to build on those things. And when I got sober, the urges started to go away to drink. It almost felt like a superpower to me. So, although some people might not relate to my story, if there's something that you struggle with that's holding you back, I feel like if you confront that and you're able to get a grasp on that, there's peace in that. And so I just find that these things that I was striving for all my life were there. The peace was there for the taking. I just didn't know how to get it. So I'm not necessarily speaking to the people that had the structure and had a life that they knew they wanted from an early age. I'm more talking to, I guess, the people that went from needing redemption to getting redemption. And there's some people that were born with grace and they lived their life. They took advantage of it. And I guess my thought on that is, and going to church and things like that and listening to my pastor, it's almost like, and I'm reading in the Bible, sometimes people that need salvation get it, and some people that have salvation lose it. And so I can't speak from always having it because I always needed it. I mean, I started drinking when I was 15, and I kind of just let everything go and let things slide, and knew that someday I'd have to work on it to attain it, peacefulness, a peaceful life. But once I got it, it's something that I cherish, and it's a blessing, and I can feel it, and no one can take away that feeling from me. And I do things in the glory of God. I know deep in my soul that I'm healthy again from all those years of drinking. And so what is it that holds you back? Are there things in your life that you're questioning? And if you gave that up, could you have a more peaceful life? Those are the kinds of questions I relished asking myself in my sobriety. And as a result, I've been able to find peace. So wherever you are in your journey, I'm glad you're here. I take solace in the fact that you're doing something about it. I've posted a link to my Facebook group. It's a private group called Sobriety in the Storm. And if you click on there, join. We can have some dialogue there. You can also comment on the YouTube video here. And I encourage everyone to chime in. All comments are welcome. So have a great day, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.